You know, pumpkin spice is the flavor for fall. That's why today we have a delicious recipe for you to try with it. Suzanne Clark from livingacreativelife.net is here with more. And what are we making?
We are going to make pumpkin spice bread pudding cakes with a brown sugar pecan glaze.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, where are we starting here? Obviously, you got the bread.
Yes, we have the bread all cubed, and I'm using French brioche bread because it's a buttery, slightly sweet bread. You could also use raisin bread, or you could use Italian as well, but I really like using this for bread pudding.
How much do you have here?
A loaf and a half.
A loaf and a half,
About
okay.
10 cups.
That's a good amount,
Okay.
all right.
Yeah, it is, but it's going to really condense.
Okay.
So now we're going to start to make our custard, and this is the important part. And in the bowl, I have some melted cream cheese, or really softened cream cheese rather, and we're going to start adding the other things to make this a custard. First, we're going to start with the eggs. We're just going to slightly whisk those and just pour them in.
Okay, you have 4 eggs here.
4 eggs, and I'll go ahead and whisk them as you add. How about that? I'm just going to kind of break up the cream cheese.
All right.
Traditionally, in a recipe like this, you're going to use heavy cream, and I've kind of lightened it up a little bit, but I think it's delicious. Now let's go ahead and add the sugar.
Okay.
And this is a 3/4 cup of sugar. Okay, and then we're going to use evaporated milk, and that is this right here, opposed to heavy cream.
And how much do you have, a can here?
It's just a can, an 8-ounce can.
Okay.
And next we have to add our pumpkin, and this is 1 can of pumpkin, a 15-ounce can of pumpkin.
Yeah.
So nothing's too hard so far.
No.
What I like about this recipe is it can be served with a scoop of ice cream and be used for dinner, like, you know, for a nice dinner dessert. Or this could be a great breakfast. I mean,
I was thinking that too.
Waking up to pumpkin spice.
The kids would be into that.
They would love that. Now, this is a full tablespoon of pumpkin spice and a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to add our vanilla.
Right here. How much do you have here?
I have 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Okay.
Oh, you can smell that.
I know. Doesn't it smell nice now? I mean, it hasn't
Terrific.
even started baking and it smells delicious. Now, don't worry if there's some little lumps and bumps, that will all bake out. Not a problem. So next, what we have to do is add our bread. And we're just going to take the brioche bread. We are going to put it into the bowl. And then...
And that's a lot of it. What do you have to do? Do you have to kind of stir
at-
and cover, push down?
Yep, exactly. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put this whole shebang right here right into the refrigerator. We're going to stir it up a little bit, put it into the refrigerator.
And you already did that for us, right?
Yes, I did that for
Okay,
us.
so we're switching it up.
Yep, right there.
Da-da-da!
And
There
this is what you
go.
got. So now all we have
That's
to
what's
do...
going to come out. So that bread did kind of go down. Like,
Yeah, and it doesn't look great right now, I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But it will be delicious soon.
Okay.
But we're just going to take this and we're going to fill up. Do you want to start putting some
Yeah.
in there? Now, I'm going to use a large muffin pan today. I could use ramekins, or I could just put this in a casserole dish. Like
just
if I
kind of
want
throw it all in.
breakfast.
Am I filling these halfway up, all the way up?
All the way up.
Okay.
And the cook times, we're going to put this in a 350 oven. For these large muffin cups, they take about 30 minutes. If I was to do cupcake size, they'd be about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And a casserole dish will be about 40 minutes, but all on 350.
So I'm going to fill that up. You tell me what's going on top.
Now we have to make our little glaze here, and we're going to start with some challenge butter. This is a salted butter. I think a salt in the caramel is really delicious. And I'm going to add the brown sugar, some cinnamon, some corn syrup, and my nuts. And then I'm just going to put that on the stove, let that melt, and I get this delicious sauce right here.
Oh,
and
my
then
goodness.
to serve,
And
I just
look.
go like that. And we have a delicious dessert or breakfast.
Oh my gosh, this looks delicious. And by the way, everyone, if you're like, wait, I didn't get all that, don't worry. You can find the recipe on livingacreativelife.net. And there you go, everyone, a final look at your delicious pumpkin cakes.